Check it. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Is that kind of loud for you guys? Check. I'm assuming that it is. Let me turn down the volume for you guys. All right, there we go. Turn it up a little bit for you guys. All right, there we go. We should be good. All right, let's get on with it. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. It's a boy Tru Inferno. Today's day is Sunday, December the 28th. Hey, lady, welcome to the live stream. Welcome. Okay, so y'all probably got some questions. If y'all read the description of the live stream, if you've seen the post on social media, you probably got some questions. We're going to address those questions at some point in time during this stream, so don't worry about it. Do not worry about it at all, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so here we go. Let's not waste any time. Let's get on with the topic. So let me switch it up and bounce over here. There we go. All right. I'm about to say something's missing. There we go. The chat was missing over there. All right. So I'm also watching football, even though I shouldn't be watching football because football is dead to me for the remainder of the season. But yeah, there you go with that. All right. And actually, I did get a shiny today. Another one of these. Yeah, I got another one of these. So if anybody wants this, if you have a shiny Sudowoodo costume, then yeah, hit me up. This, because like I got like, what is this, 5 of these now with the costume? It's like I'm trying to get Santa's sleigh in order here. Like, what is this nonsense? But yeah, there you go with that. All right, so let's not waste any time. Let's get on with the first topic. So this happened, I think, about 2 weekends ago, I want to say. And that was the City Safari event. So that happened 2 weekends ago. So for those of you who don't remember, there was like a City Safari event, 3 of them actually, during this month. I believe it happened. Let me get the weekends real quick. I believe it was like the 13th and 14th. So yeah, it was 2 weekends ago. So there was one in Argentina, there was one in Sydney, Australia, but the one I went to was the one in Miami, Florida. So I did come out with a blog for that. It was fun. It was exciting. You know, I had a blast. And I guess my question is, even though I sincerely doubt anybody took part or went to one, I don't know, that's in the chat, but did anybody go to a City Safari event this year, like, or really this month? And I think this was the only one that I went to this year. Like every other ones that happened, I didn't go to because mostly they was all out the country, and I have travel plans already, you know, with the Go Tours and the Go Fest and the Worlds and regional and visiting a friend in Utah. So, and I'm probably forgetting something, I don't know, but nevertheless, yeah, I did not. This was the only one that I went to, the one in Miami. Yeah, I figured lady didn't go. I thought anybody else would go, but yeah, I had a blast being in downtown Miami. Dining at restaurants down there is still no bueno. Like just flat out no. It's the same. It's almost the same as Miami Beach. It's not as bad as Miami Beach. Miami Beach is worse, but it's still no bueno down there in terms of like going out to eat. So that's a major no-no with that. But outside of that, it was cool. You know, I had no problems. The hotel that I stayed in, I try to remember my hotel room. Like, okay, I remember now. It was like, man. But it's like they gave me like the worst room they had available because there's certain things that didn't work. Like, they had red lights in the room. The red lights didn't work. Square, what's up? Then switch to live stream. Think I did have fun. I don't know what this thing was. I don't know if it was supposed to be a fridge or what, but wherever it is, it was completely busted. They didn't clean the. I forgot. I supposed to leave a review on that hotel. What was the room? I think I had like 241. I think that's my room number, 241. Yeah, it was 241. I gotta remember that. And then they didn't clean the window that is by the bathtub. Cause it was like there was a spider web up there. There was like some type of dead bug on there as well. I'm like, I don't know what that is. And then The TV, I couldn't get the TV. Well, I couldn't get the remote to work for the TV. The only thing I could do with the remote is like turn the volume up and down, but I couldn't do anything else with it. And the remote was sticky. And actually the table was like damp. It looked like there was like soy sauce on that joint. I remember I brought some food and I had pasta. Like some type of chicken pasta. But when I was like setting my food down on the table, the bag or whatever, and I'm like, why is it red? And I looked at it, it looked like there was freaking soy sauce on that joint. So I'm like, what the heck is that? So that one was terrible. I need to leave a review on that joint. But outside of that, yeah, I had a blast being in downtown Miami. Oh my gosh, I need to look up this one spot. It's called Little Paris. I had some matcha, some hot matcha. It was so good. It was the best matcha I had. I need to see what those ingredients are like, cause that matcha was so good, man. Let me see. We're gonna say Miami. That place was so good. It was really, really good. So I think was it called Little Paris or Sweet Paris? I forgot what it was called. It may be called Sweet Paris. Let me see. Yeah, it was Sweet Paris. It wasn't Little Paris, it was Sweet Paris. But yeah, that matcha was so good, man. It was really, really good. But yeah, so the safari events, and then also what people were saying, and I kind of agree with this. What people were saying was the backgrounds for. So let me show y'all the EVs real quick. We're gonna do EV and costume. So like for example, this one. Look at that background. That's supposedly Miami Beach. I'm not Miami, that's supposed to be downtown Miami. The background is blah in comparison to what Sydney had. Like Sydney was like gorgeous. That background was gorgeous. So let me see if I can find that matcha. And actually, I might give me a drink because I feel like my mouth is dry. Let me give me a drink real quick. There we go. Okay, that's crepes. We don't want that. We don't want that either. Hot drinks. Let me see. Yeah, there it is. The mocha latte. That mug was so good. How it was presented was dope too. I ain't gonna front. Oh, they had a mocha latte and a classic matcha latte. Oh, yo, that's what I had. The matcha latte. I said mocha. I had matcha latte. So let me see. Green tea mixed with creamy milk. Yeah, that was good. That was oh so good. All right. With that out the way, let's move on to the next topic. So that would be GoFest. GoFest 2026. So they finally announced the locations for all 3 in-person GoFest events for next year. And the rumors were correct. They got Chicago. They also got Copenhagen. So those rumors were correct. Now, prior to the announcement, I did not see nor heard any rumors about the one in Japan. So I was shocked when they said like, yo, it's going to be in Tokyo. I'm like, in Tokyo? So it's going to be like by the bay in Tokyo. So in case you're wondering where that's at, I can show it to you guys real quick. And I forgot to do one thing too. Let's switch up over here real quick, which would be right here. So the one thing I forgot to do was, and actually I need to go over here for this. I need to set up the, oh, that's interesting. So something about that source. I need to look into that source. My internet source. Let me set up my internet source. I forgot to set up my internet source. So there it is right there. And then we're going to go right here. So let's look up Tokyo. And I'll show you exactly where it is. I like, oh, wait a minute. Actually, I can't exactly show y'all where it is, but I can give you a insight of where it is. I had to think about it for a second, like, wait a minute, I can't exactly say where it is in Tokyo. Now, assuming that the map loads, because the map don't want to load for some odd reason. There we go. More or less. Okay. So, when they talk about the Bay Area, again, assuming that the map loads. Okay, there it is. They talking about, let me zoom out a little bit. That is not a little bit. I don't know what's up with this Google Map thing, but yeah, so basically all around this area right here. I'm not sure you can see my mouse, but oh, we still got the lead too. I forgot to take that off, by the way. All right, whatever, so be it. But all of this right here, I don't see, yeah, okay, that's my mouse. All of this right here is the Bay Area. So yeah, that's where Go Fest would be, around this area somewhere. Again, I know exactly where in this area that it's going to be, but it's going to be, I can't say where exactly it is because they didn't say yet officially. So all I know is it's going to be right here somewhere. I already got my hotel booked. I didn't put any money down on it yet, but I already got the hotel booked, and it's so convenient. It's near Haneda Airport, by the way. So there you go with that. But let me look up Pokemon Go Fest 2026. And while I'm looking at I don't want to know from you guys who are going to Go Fest. Well, based on last night stream that was on the Purple website, has it been 5 minutes? Yeah, it had been 5 minutes, definitely. So since you know, Twitch, I can actually say it now. I know that Lady's going, Lady Love Monster going. Is anybody else in the chat going to any of the Go Fest events? But she's doing the Chicago one, to be more specific. Okay, here it is. Here's the post I want, actually. So yeah, the Bay Area right there. So again, I know where this is. And here's the part that was crazy. Ticketed citywide gameplay will begin that Monday. So we talk about a week-long Go Fest adventure in Tokyo, which is crazy. That's nuts. Yep, so Lady's doing Chicago. Skrill, are you going to Go Fest in Chicago? Where it all begins? But hopefully that citywide gameplay covers all of Tokyo. Because Tokyo is like, I think isn't Tokyo the biggest city in the world? So yeah, Grant Park. Oh, I got memories of Grant Park right there. And then I saw another link. Another link that like was for Chicago. So that's interesting. Let's see what this is about right here. Oh, they actually got a page for this one. Okay, interesting. Not much is here though, but okay, so if that's the case, do they have a page for Tokyo? Oh, they do. They do have a page for the Tokyo. So that means they have a page for all three. Maybe even for the global one. I don't know. But yeah, so I will be going to two of these, obviously. I will be doing the Tokyo one and then the Chicago one. So I already got a hotel booked for the one in Tokyo and the one for Chicago as well. But I'm booking that I would be a noticeable trainer for the one in Chicago. So I'll be a noticeable trainer for the 4th year in a row. So that would be cool if I can pull that off. So we'll see what happens with that. We shall see what happens with that. But, and I can't wait. This is going to be a crazy trip because assuming that the link opens back up, the plan is to spend some time in Japan and then from Japan travel to Chicago just in time for that Go Fest. And then obviously I'm going to still do this one right here and then travel to Chicago and do this one right here. I have a whole itinerary lined up. It's not finalized yet, but it's lined up. It's really, really lined up. I can't wait for it. It's going to be hype. Very exciting stuff if I do say so myself. So yeah, Go Fest, 10th anniversary Go Fest is going to be hype. It's going to be hype if I do say so myself. Okay. Let's move on to the next topic, and that would be remote trading. So yes, remote trading is here. It is in the game, ladies and gentlemen. We finally got remote trading. So who's my highest level rank? Oh, at the moment, that would be one Lando Alpha. Let me open his gift real quick. And also, it's also convenient that we're lucky friends as well. Send him a gift. And then Arlene is in second. And it was funny. We became lucky friends twice. While I was in Miami for the season. We was like, so first off, going into the event, we were already lucky friends. And then while we was in Miami, we became lucky friends again. So we did 2 lucky trades while in Miami. So that was crazy. Crazy stuff if I do say so myself. And there, Mrs. Mine right here. So let me open this gift. And mine need to open up my last gift, but whatever. All right, so yeah, there you go. So basically, how this will work is that I don't think anybody done this yet. I could be mistaken. I don't know. When you reach what's that level? Forever Friends. You can use the remote trade feature. So let's take a look at this. Unlike having Forever Friends, you can trade remotely and view the Pokemon your friend marked with the remote trade tag once you become Forever Friends. Okay. Oh, I was hoping for a long explanation in that, but yeah. Remote trading is finally getting. Who's excited for remote trading? Because like I got a bunch of people from Tokyo who I have no way of contacting. Like, and I met these people from past Go Fest events. And in one case, because I was friends with Tauntaun Train. So it's gonna be very interesting to see, like, yo, we can finally do our remote trades. I got a bunch of remote trades. So let me see. Not remote trades, lucky trades. So oh yeah, you hype. So obviously Japan lover, but yeah, obviously more likely I'll probably see her. And then Yoshi, I met Yoshi already in person, so that won't be much of a factor. But scrolling through the list of lucky friends. Let me find one. Let me see, where are you? I guess they oh, here we go one right here. A soccer trade. So this was in 2023. You can finally trade with folks like Carly and Coop. Yeah. It's funny because I would be in Florida and would never meet Carly. So yeah, we can remote with Carly. So that's cool right there. Yeah, there's a soccer trade. So that Copenhagen, that was back in 2023. I don't know if I will ever meet Missy Gal, because she's in Australia? Australia or New Zealand, one of the two. And then moving on. Let's see. Yo, there he is right there. This was a friend of Tauntaun Train. It's right there. Crack Cafe, I don't know if we're gonna meet up. Debbie, yeah, obviously just go to a Pokemon event. Worlds. We're gonna meet up, so I ain't worried about that one. Let me see. Disney Gamer, aka Raul. We actually met at the Go Fest in Osaka, but we forgot to do our lucky trade, which is crazy. So that's crazy right there. Let me see. I feel like there was like other. Oh, that's it. Okay, I guess. But yeah, you get the gist of it. So yeah, I'm really excited about that one. So yeah, become forever friends. We can get our trades on, and then we'd be cool. Very exciting stuff if I do say so myself. Can't wait for that one. Oh, look at this cheese. Me and Mrs. Martin became lucky friends. Look at this cheese right here. Hold up. Let me oh my gosh, that's funny. That's funny. Hold up. And actually, I was messaging somebody else about something else. Let me find my I wonder if I can put a link in here. Let me see. Oh, I can. Okay, cool. Bear with me, chat. Bear with me. I'm DMing Mrs. Mime. There we go. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, let me see. All right, so yeah, that's funny. That's funny. So now, in the case of Mrs. Mime, more likely we'll see at GoFest. I know Mime not going to Go Tour because Mime is sick and tired of Go Tour being in LA, and it's like I knew it was going to happen, so I just accepted it. So there's that. But after this year, I'm like, okay, you gotta go somewhere else. You gotta go to it gotta go to Texas. In my opinion, you gotta go to Texas, Dallas, maybe not San Fran, but what is it, San Antonio? I prefer if it's not in Houston. I would really prefer it if it was not in Houston. So, but getting a tad bit ahead of ourselves here, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so let's move on to the next topic here. So that would be right here, the weekly challenge. San Antonio would be also, yeah, I agree. I never been to San Antonio. That's kind of on my bucket list, and to a degree Dallas is as well. But yeah, one of those two would be great for Go Tour for 2027. All right, so the weekly challenges. So I actually like them. Let me see if I can find it. It's over here, right? No, that's not it. I think it's in here. No. Oh, it's over here. It's on the social. So yeah, there it is right there. So I like the weekly challenge, and it could boost up your progression towards Forever Friends as well. So I like the weekly challenge. I don't like it this week because you got to walk 30 kilometers, and I was barely out and about playing a game this week. I was out earlier today playing, but I was not out playing a game like that. Let's change this track. So I thought they were in the second quarter already. That's interesting. So I was not out and about playing a game like that. So hopefully Mr. Melody can pick up the pace in the next 22 hours. Because I don't know if I'll be out tomorrow. I don't know. I may go out and get some matcha though, but outside of that, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, let me get your thoughts on the weekly chat. And actually, you know what? I gotta handle something real quick. I'll be right back. But y'all go ahead, chat it up in the chat. I will be right back. Where's my oh, here it is right here. I'll just put this instead. But yeah, I'll be back. Oh, okay. There we go. We're back. We're back. Sorry about that, chat. Sorry about that. All right. So where did we last left off? Oh, the weekly. Yeah. So yeah, I really like the weekly. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna say about that. I'm about to move on to the next topic here. Yeah, sorry about that. All right. So next topic, December's best events. So we're going to go back to this screen right here. And we're gonna refresh our memory in terms of everything that happened this month. So let's see. We're gonna go to, oh, I'm not sure y'all heard that. That would be this right here. Something happened. And I was playing this at the end of the stream, like what this is, not the me in the package, but underneath that score with the words naughties and nice underneath that. I was playing that in a second, but let's go over everything that happened this month. So we got the Journey to Paldea. After that, it was or in the midst of that, it was Go Battle Week. And then in the middle of that, it was the Community Day, the last Community Day of the year, which was a weekend long event. So basically, every single Community Day featured Pokemon from this year were combined into one massive Community Day weekend long event. That's basically what that was right there. So yeah, there you go with that. Then we got the Rail Arm event, and in the midst of that, it was the Gigantamax Snorlax Max Battle Day event, and also during that weekend, it was also the City Safari event that weekend as well. And then we also had part 1 of the Winter Holiday event, and in the middle of that, it was the Celestial Recess Day event, and then we are in the midst of this, the Winter Holiday Part 2 event. And today, this ended like an hour and a half ago for me, but maybe it's going on like in, I think Mountain Time. Yeah, Mountain Time and Pacific Time, or Alaska and Hawaii, the winter weekend event. And of course, we got the New Year's Eve event coming up. We're not going to talk about that one. So basically, the question is, out of all these events, which one was the best event of the month? And for me personally, I'll be honest, I rarely took part in a winter weekend event. I was lucky to get that done, to be honest. Did I completely get that done? I think I forgot to claim the entire thing. I don't know. I think I did forget to claim the entire thing. But I did check all the EVs, so whatever, that's fine. But let me look at, oh, okay, I know what that is. Let me look at this. Let me see what this is. Let's see. If I had to pick one, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Gigantamax Snorlax Max Battle Day event. I'm gonna go with that one because I was able to do that in Miami, and I was able to get a shiny Gigantamax Snorlax, which is right here. There it is. And where did I get that from? Miami. And that was also in the blog as well. So that was fun. That was fun right there. And then what happened was, that was on that Sunday, obviously. And I think everybody broke apart and was like doing their own thing. And mine went back to her hotel. And I went back to like where the crowd was at. And I was like, yo, I still want to do these. I still want to get this shiny. And I did one, and boom, I got a shiny. And I got it while I was blogging. So that was cool right there. My bad. You guys can see it. Let me show it to you guys real quick. And there it is right there. There it is right there. So that was fun. That's the main reason why I'm picking that one. All right. Now let's go from the best event to the worst event, as I hit the wrong button. The worst event, which is right here. So the worst event, let's backtrack over here real quick. Let me look at the Railed Arm event. Let me see what that was. Let's see. I probably would have to pick that. Even though we did get a new Pokemon in Clobbopus, and well, as you know, Parmy was a part of that event, so I can't pick that. I can't pick that. What about Go Battle Week? Let me see what Go Battle Week was. Oh, it's easy. It's Go Battle Week. It's Go Battle Week. Go Battle Week was the worst event of the month. Without question. It was Go Battle Week. Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to do a remote raid, but I forgot about it. Oh well. But yeah, Go Battle Week, that was the worst event of the month right there. If I do say so myself. I am, okay, yeah, I'm about to say, I am unmuted, right? Yeah, I am unmuted. All right, let's switch back over here now, and let's move on to the next topic, which is January's events. So we're gonna go back over here, and I'm surprised that, I think it's Pokemon Go Hub that do not have a page that is strictly dedicated to everything that's happened in the month of January. So that's weird, but we're gonna go off of this right here. Okay. So looking at this, we have the following. We got the Community Day Classic in January. I believe we talked about that already. And then in the middle, no, and then sometime after that, it would be the Pinch Perfect event, which we did talk about. And then on the 10th, it would be the Kiro Fusion Ray Day event. We did talk about that. And then from the 13th to the 18th is the High Zaptitude event. We did not talk about that. And then on the 18th, it would be January's Community Day. We did talk about that. And then from the 20th to the 25th, excuse me, it would be Precious Pals. And in the middle of that, it would be the taking over version of that event. So Team Go Rocket would be back out and doing their thing. And in the middle of that, excuse me, it's a Shadow Raid Day event. And then from January the 27th to the 1st of February, it would be Into the Depths. And in the middle of that, it would be a Dynamax weekend event. So out of all these events, the event that I'm looking forward to the most is the Kiro Fusion Raid Day event. That's the one that I'm looking forward to the most, because out of all the ones that we have info on, that's the one that I'm really looking forward to be honest. Now, Pinch Perfect, I believe there's a brand new shiny coming with that, but I'm going with the Kiro Fusion Raid Day event. You know, always fun to do those shinies. And that's going to be the first event where I'm going to be hooking up with the Community Ambassador meetup and stuff like that. Because I have not, it's been a minute since I hooked up with them. And I won't hook up again until then. So there you go with that. That's where I'm going with that. All right, let's switch back over here. Now, with that out the way, let's move on to right here. So mental health. Okay. Let me explain something to you guys real quick. So, in case you missed my very last video, in case you're not following me on Twitter, so you might have missed the post on Twitter, on Instagram, on Blue, on Threads, and on Facebook. In case you were not at my Twitch stream yesterday, or last night rather, I talked about this to a degree, but we can get to I'll talk about it again right here. So it was about a little over a week ago. So like that, I think it was that Wednesday. It was that Tuesday or Wednesday when I got back from Miami. A lot of stuff was like hovering over me. It was work related. It was family related rather. It was living arrangements related. A lot of stuff was going on with me personally, and I couldn't take it. And I had and I'm gonna call it a mental episode. That's what I had. I had a mental episode right here in my office. I had a mental episode, and I was not good. I was not doing good. I recorded a video, and I've sent that video to some of my closest friends, some other creators and other friends, like moderators and stuff like that. So, and I sent it on Snapchat, or in Discord DM. So some of them sent that and they was like, yo, yeah, you should take a break. So, that's right. When I dropped that last video, I don't remember when I dropped that last video. Lady, what is that? I don't know what you're trying to post, but it's not showing up. That's weird. What is that? What is that? Let me see if it pop up over here. Yeah, what is that? Is that blank? Oh, that's nothing. But yeah, so that last video that I posted out, I think it was a news video, and I announced on there that was going to be typing with nails not easy. Oh, okay. And I announced on that video that was going to be my last video for the rest of the year. I will more likely be back posting videos on this, really on any channel, because I haven't been posting videos. I think the last video I posted was on the Tru Inferno channel, and that video assuming I can find it, that video. Oh, my college football picks, which I got half right, half wrong for the first round. That was the last video and then also in that same video I talked about Notre Dame and like my thoughts on how they acted because they're not going to the playoffs. So yeah, that was the absolute last video that I posted, like anywhere. And then after that, yeah, I just went on. I'm just taking a break right now, so that's what happened there. So, and then yesterday I wanted to do some more Twitch streams, but I never got the chance to, or I wasn't feeling up to it. But I did a Twitch stream last night for a part of the whole Naughty and Nice thing. I did sign up to be a part of Naughty and Nice, that competition. I did not contribute at all. Somebody did get my Secret Santa gift, so that was cool. But yesterday was the last Twitch stream that I'll be doing for a while. But I did say on there that I will try to return to Twitch on January either the 6th, 7th, or 8th. It's one of those days. It's more than likely going to be the 8th of January, but it could be the 7th. The 6th, I doubt it because that's a spotlight hour. Wait, actually, no, that's not true. That's not true. I'm thinking of this Thursday. This Tuesday. It's Daily Bird Spotlight Hour this Tuesday. I do not recall, although we could look and see. I do not recall what January the 6th is. So we can actually look real quick. So let me bounce over here. Oh, it's Barboach? Nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't taking part in that. Yeah, I'm not taking part in that. So there's a good chance now that I could return on January the 6th, depending on how I'm feeling. If I'm tired, whatever the case may be, I don't know. If not the 6th, then it will either be the 7th or the 8th of January. So that's when I would be making my return to Twitch. Now, and then yeah, there you go with that. Now, how am I feeling right now? Right now, I'm feeling good. The main reason there's like 3 reasons why I'm feeling good, and this go back to the Go Fest. So I use credit card points. In case you haven't heard, I use credit card points to book me a business class flight from Los Angeles to Tokyo with Japan Airlines, and it's on a specific plane. And this business class product on this plane is said to be the best business class product in the world. So I'm really excited about that. Now, probably wondering how am I going to get back, or whatever the case may be. I'm going to take, which brings me to the next reason why I'm doing good. On that same day, when I booked that flight using credit card points, on that same day, I was approved for the American Express Gold Card. So I'm really excited about that. So right now, it haven't come in the mail yet. It's scheduled to come in on January the 2nd, which is a Friday. So I'm like, I need it sooner than that. It'd be great if I could get it sooner than that, but we'll see what happens though. We'll see what happens. But yeah, there you go. So I got approved for the American Express Gold Card. Really excited about that. Once I get that card in my hands, I'm going to book a premium economy flight with Japan Airlines from Tokyo to New York, and it's going to be in the same aircraft. And then at some point after that, I'm going to book 2 flights, one from Detroit to LA and another one from New York to Chicago. Silver, what's up? Thanks for the live stream. Welcome. Now, the third thing that happened, I don't remember where I did. I think they did this on Friday, this past Friday. I booked a Ryokan. I booked a Ryokan. A Ryokan, in case you don't know what that is, it's like a Japanese style hotel. So basically, dinner is going to come into my room. I'm going to be sleeping on the futon. And this Ryokan will have a semi-private onsen. And that basically a onsen is a bath. So it's going to be dope. It's going to be really dope. Mine's going to be like near the balcony. And I'm going to have a great view of the surrounding area. I can't wait for that. That's going to be really, really dope. You won't have another show until next year. That is true. I will not do another show, Tru Inferno Show, live stream on Twitch, or anything like that until next year. That is true. That is indeed true. But yeah, so I booked 3 things, technically 4, for the Japan trip. All right, no, but I didn't book 3 things. I done 3 things technically for the Japan trip. So I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. So yeah, those all that lift my spirits up. So there you go with that. Now obviously the timing, and I talked about this in yesterday's stream too, but the timing of all of this in terms of you know, me having the mental episode was crazy, because let me see if I can find it on this phone. Let me see if I can find it on this phone. I want to turn the volume down so nothing crazy pops up. So let me see if I can find it. We're gonna look up black cosplayer. Cosplay black girl. Let's see. It's not her. Where is she? It's not her. No, it's not her. Okay, let me put in her name. I forgot her Instagram name. Ah, here we go. Oh, that is her. Okay, never mind. Okay, so which brings us to this. And actually, I got my catalog up right here. Oh, that's her name. So her name online was Squid Kid. I want to get enough, Squid. Her name online was Squid Kid 1111, and I talked about this and dropped that video on my other YouTube channel on December the 3rd. So all this was going out in this month, which is crazy. So the same month I had my little mental episode, as I'm gonna call it. So I talked about this story. So y'all see it right there. Y'all see it right there. So, and basically, even though they don't say it on the title, she basically commits suicide, and the belief is it's because of online bullying, online racism towards the fact that she's a black cosplayer. So that happened. Yeah, it is. I agree. It is sad. So I've been seeing a lot of posts about it, and I've been like a little bit on my petty side, like, yo, and that's why I posted that tweet on Twitter, like, yo, you don't want to know what I want to see right now? I want to see more black cosplayers. So I was a little bit petty about that. And then, of course, we got this one. Lamar Wilson. He took his own life. I think it was last week. So basically, I bring this up because like mental health is like serious, man. Like I said, I had my little mental episode, and while I firmly believe, even though, you know, who knows, but I firmly believe I'm at a point mentally where I wouldn't do this. But if anybody else was in my shoes, who knows? Who knows? Like, yeah, like this is some serious stuff right here. This is some serious stuff right here. So, which is why I appreciate everybody, a lot of you guys for reaching out. Cause when I put out that post on Twitter, Instagram, what is it? Threads, Blue Sky, and Facebook, a lot of you guys reach out to me with the replies, with the DMs, with the text. And then Welcome to Wembley, he hit me up last week and was like, yo, let's hang out for a bit. So I'm like, all right. So Friday I pulled up at his crib, and then we went to the supermarket because he wanted to say eggnog. I'm like, I don't know they had eggnog, but we were just talking. He was like, want to know how I was doing, so I was telling him what was going on and has been going on since. So we've been talking, and like one of the things that he admitted that we, as in, you know, my friend group, like my day one boys, my day one bros, like the one thing that we're terrible at doing is like keeping tabs with each other. Because outside of poker night, which was once upon a time, which was once a month, now I feel like it's like once every 3 to 5 months, whatever the case may be. But and during that time, that's when we can actually talk and stuff like that, but we never get into like deep combos. So so yeah, we were just, you know, me and my boy working Wembley, we were just talking. We went to where did we go? We went to Kroger's, we went to Walmart, and then, you know, we were just talking about stuff. So yeah, and then what we wanted to do was get the two of us and Ace Boy 30, who have shown up in here from time to time, because, you know, we all know each other since high school, and you know, we haven't been keeping up with each other. Well, like me and working with Wembley, we, you know, if I need something, I pull up at his crib, like car related, I pull up at his crib and like whatever. If he need help, then he'll come through wherever. But in terms of the three of us hanging out together, me, Rugged Remily, and Ace Boy 30, it's been years. So what we decided on doing is like once a month, we're just gonna hang out. Whether it's at somebody's crib or get lunch or dinner, something like that. So just to, you know, keep in touch. Because it sounds to me that Ace Boy have it kind of rough. But at the same time, it could be more of a mental thing. It could be of him being a tough critic upon himself. So, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So it'll be this coming Friday when the three of us are supposed to hang out. I don't know what we're going to do at the moment, but we're supposed to hang out and do something. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens with that. So yeah, there you go. Let's go back over here. But basically the bottom line is this, man. Like, mental health is like no laughing matter. Take that joint seriously. And once upon a time though, because I showed y'all Squid Kid 1111 and Lamar Wilson, but like I would look back at like what's his name? Etika and the dude who played, is it Robin Williams? Yeah, Robin Williams. And you know, cats like that took it on life. Once my mindset when people would do that is I feel sad for their families, I feel sad for their friends, and if they're like some type of celebrity, I would feel bad for their fans. And that would be it. I would not feel bad for the individual, because I would look at it as if they were not considering how other people will feel if they were to go through with that. That's how I felt at one point in time. But then when I saw the Squid Kid 1111 situation and like everything that was going on with that, I'm like, no, that's a mental health thing. So yeah, they're not considering how other people felt, because that's more of a mental health thing as opposed to it being a selfish thing. So no, that's not them being selfish. That's more of a mental health thing. So I learned that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've been wrong all this time. So, but bottom line is this, man, mental health, take care of that. It's not a laughing matter. Some serious stuff right there. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys on that. And I'm going to wrap it up with that. So this is the last episode of the Tru Inferno Show for the rest of the year. It's also the last stream for the year. I won't be streaming anything else until sometime next year. Now, in terms of the next episode of the Tru Inferno Show, that will be happening on Sunday, January the 25th. Yeah, they're deep in the darkness. Yep, exactly. That is true. Yep, that is true. So the next episode will be on January 25th. I have a guest in mind, because I wanted to bring them on for November. But I wasn't sure if I was able to pull that off, because that was Thanksgiving weekend. And they was like, no, they were doing family stuff. And I'm like, understandable. So I'm going to hit them up at some point and be like, yeah, you remember how I tried to get you on my Tru Inferno Show? Well, are you free for January? Which would be perfect, because of the fact that they're going to go tour. And that's going to be one of the topics that we're going to be talking about on the next edition of Tru Inferno Show. We're going to be talking about Go Tour. So, yeah, and they're going. So that's going to be a great guest to have for January's edition of Tru Inferno Show. I'm not going to say who it is yet. Some of you know this person. But, yeah, that's going down next month. January the 25th, right here on YouTube, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, there you go with that. All right, so shout out to everybody who's showing up to the live stream. Shout out to everybody who contributed into the discussions. But in terms of me coming back with the content, it's going to be sometime next year. I don't know when, but it's going to be sometime next year. So there you go with that. Oh, Square, you're not going to go tour? Oh, I guess you're not. I guess Square's not going to go tour. But yeah, oh, you have to move again. What? You have to move again? What happened? What happened now? Is this a good move though, or is this a bad move? Like your last move, I would consider that to be a bad move. So is this a good move or is this a bad move? I'm curious now. I'm not gonna wrap up the show yet. In case you're wondering, this is that Fago. This is that pop. This is that Fago right there. That Fago pop. Zero sugar, of course. But yeah, Square, yeah. The chat is rating. We want to know. And then, and do you have an idea where you're moving? Like, are you still going to be in New York? Or are you going to Jersey? I forgot. If memory says it correctly. You move in with your homeboy. And I think your mom moved to Jersey. If memory says it correctly. But if it's personal, then you can just text me. Because you got my number. And actually, chat, another thing that I do need to do, I need to work on music. I have not worked on music a while back. Let's see. Oh, okay. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. Long story? Yeah. Okay. Understandable. All right. Silver, they don't know yet. All right, so yeah, I'm going to call it a wrap. So I believe that's everything that I want to talk about there. So yeah, make sure to check out my Flow Town teammates on Twitch. Matter of fact, one of them is live streaming right now. I'm about to hop in her stream. Is anybody else from Flow Town streaming? Oh, Glaxon. So basically, the Naughty and Nice Fiat competition is ending today. And he gonna like wrap it up and talk about the winners and stuff like that. So he's live right now. Hitsu After Dark, another former town teammate, is live right now as well on Twitch. And I believe that's it. No, Self Tilted is live as well. And then that's it. Tons of Flow on Town. Okay, then that's it. All right, so I'm going to call it a wrap now. Again, thank you all for showing up to the live stream. We're going to do this again on January the 25th. Hopefully, I have a special guest. I'm going to try to get a special guest for that edition of the Tru Inferno Show. And 2026 is going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait for it. We got Go Tour, and then that Japan trip, which involved Go Fest, and then me flying or traveling straight to Chicago for that Go Fest. Worlds in San Francisco. And actually, there's a before that Japan trip, Orlando is getting a regional. I may pop up there, so I may go back to Orlando for that regionals and take part in it. We'll see how that goes. I don't know how that goes. I need to talk to Mike about it. I brought it up to Mike already. I haven't heard back from him about it, so we'll see what's up. I'll probably go hit him up in January next month to see if he was willing to because he said he changed the guest room, so that was like an invitation to a degree. So we'll see what happens with that. And then afterwards, it's gonna be interesting because I'm gonna be visiting some folks. So I'm gonna be going. I'm not gonna say where I'm gonna be going, but I'm gonna be visiting some folks afterwards. So I'm thinking I'm gonna fly when I leave San Fran. I'm gonna go straight to their state and hang out with them for, I don't know how long we need to talk about it, but I'm gonna be hanging out with them for a while. That's gonna be like in late August, early September. And then in October, another group trip is happening. So that is in the works. That is in discussion right now. So we're gonna try to finalize that at some point. And then hopefully I can go to Australia in November or December. So if Australia can get another Sea Safari event, I would definitely be ready. All right, so I'm gonna call it a wrap. And with all that said, y'all know this boy New Jake Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see you next time. Yeah.